Greetings, you various loyalists and heretics. I am CJ, and I am back with the new releases for Warhammer: The Horus Heresy. No longer a specialist game, still at specialist prices. But yeah, we've got our new stuff in, and so we're just gonna crack these puppies open and take a look at them. Eventually. Oh no. Now some of these I don't feel like I have to go into too much detail with because, well, they're a little bit on the obvious side what they are, but whatevs, right? So first we've got Aruman, a model that has been out of production for a hot minute. Man fumbles with everything. So yeah, our good buddy Aruman is back in plastic again. I'm relatively certain that this is the same Aruman that was in the the Burning of Prospero box. I picked up one of these a long time ago, and I converted it into just a regular Chaos Sorcerer. But yeah, he's got a lot of special chipply bits all over him, and he's standing on dead Space Wolf. So I call that a good time. But then I don't particularly care for the Space Wolves. But that's me. So we're just going to put this happy little boy. Hey, I would also like to point out that the Eye of Horus is on the little clip boxy thing. I don't know if that's going to be on all of them, but it certainly belongs on the ones that are heretics. Heretics, traitors, etc., etc. Assorted jerkwads. But next up, we have the Legion Astartes Heavy Weapons Upgrade Set. And this is 20 weapons, 10 heavy bolters, and 10 missile launchers. And now you might think to yourself, gee, isn't $42 a little steep for essentially an upgrade kit? And you'd be correct. But consider also that, one, under what circumstances are you going to need more than 10 heavy bolters and more than 10 missile launchers? I would assume that you'd be stacking them up in their various and sundry squads, so they wouldn't need to be, all over the shop. Or if you're going to make a heavy weapons squad, you just, this is your solution. $42 does seem a little steep, but consider also that, shush, that's what. Consider also, though, that that's $21 for 10 a piece. So it only feels like a lot because you're getting as many as you're getting. And again, it comes with the spare arms and spare everything else's, so you can make sure that they're all put together properly. La-dee. I will say, though, that if you don't think this one's a particularly good deal, I can't say I blame you, but you might find this to be a little bit less intimidating and a little less disconcerting. This is the Legion Special Weapons Upgrade Set, which comes with 60 special weapons. Now, this is admittedly slightly easier to pull off on account of the fact that they don't take two hands to do, but you get 10 of each. You get 10 of the old school melt-a-gun up here, 10 of the old school plasma gun right here, 10 of the old school canister flamer down here, 10 of the Volkite rifle. Let's not mince words. I know, freaking caliber. What is this? And then 10 rotor cannons, which aren't. They're not heavy bolters. They're rotary cannons, but I don't think anybody would bat an eye at this. So if the heavy weapon set is a bridge too far for you, this will solve some of those problems, more than likely. But historical wargamers also are kind of sticklers for accuracy, so don't be surprised if somebody chews on you a little bit about not having the right kit. And this is just a note to all you old school wargamers out there. Yeah, there are going to be a lot of young bloods coming in on this game now that it's, plastic and accessible to people who, it's accessible enough that you don't have to take out a bank loan to pick up, say, a Demos pattern Rhino. So just, be gentle with the new kids. Okay, yeah, that's Aquila, and I have Horus on that side. So I'm sensing a pattern. So let's talk about the Rhino, the venerable Rhino. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've seen a Rhino, to be perfectly honest. This looks a lot better put together than the ones I have, or had. But then the ones I had were a bajillion years old. Now, these sprues are new, have new pressing on them. So this is not just a repackage or a redo. This is a whole new set. You would be forgiven for not really taking notice of that in the outset, but you can definitely tell in the extra pack-ins stuff, the tank accessories, that this is all new. The heavy bolter and the twin, the combi weapons and the multi-meltas and all that definitely look a lot more like... This all looks a lot more like what you'd expect. Of note is that the transfer stickers, the slide transfers that have come out, are all Sons of Horus versus Imperial Fists for some reason. I appreciate that it's not Ultramarines everything, but it's the Horus Heresy was more than just Dorn and Horus fighting each other, folks. Let's get something a little bit more interesting in there. But hey, you know what? Beggars and choosers and all that whatnots. Alrighty. God of War. Ares. The Kratos heavy assault tank is something I have no real clue what this is going to look like, so we're just going to go on this journey together. It looks like it's got a turret-mounted Melta blast gun as an option. Yowza. All right. Oh, my God. Will you look at the size of this thing? Oh, throne. Okay, so, first of all, this thing is probably going to be... Well, I can't really say for certain without having built the thing, but it doesn't look like it's quite as large as a Land Raider. But it's certainly trying. It's a heavy assault tank, not a super heavy assault tank, so do with that information what thou wilt. But here's your Melta cannon, here's your Volkite Schmutzerino or whatever, and here's the regular battle cannon there. And then 2 identical sprues to get either side in. I say identical sprues, with the giant L and R on them. But functionally identical, except for the parts that have to be swapped to make it a left and right swapped. But yeah, no, there's all sorts of These are some of the most tightly packed sprues I've seen in a long time, to be perfectly honest. And then there's this. These are sponsons, which are their own thing altogether. And this is the same vehicle upgrade kit that was in the Demos pattern Land Raider, Demos pattern Rhino, which makes sense because you know what? There's only so many different variations on sponson weapons or turret weapons that you can get out there. So, you know, that's all well and good. We shouldn't be shocked. This is your tank accessory sprue for the foreseeable future. Learn to love it because you're not getting away from it. Same vehicle transfer sheet as the other one too. So keep that well in mind. This is a lot of plastic and it's gonna cost $120. Sheesh. It's a big boy. But hey, you know what? It do be like that. For crying out loud. Ta-da! And then there are other YouTubers who have gone into excruciating detail about the Liber Astartes and Liber Hereticus. Hi, Ash. How you doing? But yeah, the nice thing about a lot of people are probably going to bemoan $70 price point for Liber Astartes and Liber Hereticus. But let me tell you, brother, sister, sibling, this is gonna sort you right out. You're never gonna be, as long as you have one of these books, you're never gonna have to wonder what a gun or what any weapon does. Plasma weapons, Volkite weapons, Phosphex weapons, rad weapons. Astartes all do the same thing. I'm gonna make perhaps a 147. These books are functionally the same. Yes. Functionally the same up until the page 147 on both of them. So everybody's getting the same book, the same front half of the book. So no matter who you're playing, as long as they have this book, it's going to be A-okay. And everybody will be able to look at the same rules and have the same thing. Because obviously all the legions are the same. And then if you're playing somebody who's, say, playing Blood Angels, because that's just what I flipped through, then all of their stuff is going to be right there. And if you're playing something in the same book, then you can just go right in and look at their stuff too. But if you're not playing, if you're playing a Traitor Legion for whatever, or whatever, you'll be able to dig through your own stuff without having to, stop up the game because you're busy looking through somebody else's book. But yeah, no, it's all good. All good in the hood. Hey, Legion Thunderhawk gunship. Does this mean we're getting plastic Thunderhawk? No. Thunderhawk gunship, 685 points, $685. But these are all precisely what you think they are. There's no surprises in here. I think the only unpleasant surprise, and I should say that all of the stuff in these books is, kind of, it's all new, or it's all retooled from what there was, and that's cool. And everybody's got their own reaction stuff and whatever. But there's nothing in here that is going to that's going to shock to the point of, game changing. Like, this is what you think it is. Both of these. And and everything in here is going to be good to go, assumedly, like, since this is not a huge edition update, everything in here should be good for the foreseeable future. At least it better be, because this is a $70 book. But, like, you know, if it's a $70 book that you only have to buy once, assumedly. And the next time you get to have to buy it will probably be the next edition. Now, they'll probably put out new models and whatnot, but I imagine that if there's going to be any new plastic kits that aren't covered in here, that they're going to come with their own rule set when you pick up the box. But who's to say? I've been shocked before, but I don't intend to be shocked a second time. At any rate, yeah, this Horus Heresy, the Horus Heresy hammer is well and truly dropped now. You can find all this stuff if you were sharp and pre-ordered it at your local game store. You can probably also find it on store shelves, because GW is not messing around, and has done their absolute level best to get it to everybody on time. So from here in the second millennium to the 31st millennium, this has been CJ with the Miniatures Rundown, signing off.